Hi, I'm Jessica from Cami Wigs, and today I want to do a educational video for you on wig customization and why it may be right for you. So what is wig customization? What are we talking about? So I am not talking about customization of your look on day to day of, adding curls and things like that from a styling perspective. I am actually talking about ordering your wig from a customized perspective. So you might want to know, why would I order a custom wig, and what does custom mean, right? So custom essentially means you are customizing the type of cap that you are going to be purchasing. You might be also customizing the hair origins, so actually choosing the style of hair that you want. You can also customize many things about the cap itself. So starting with customization of your hair origins. So hair origins basically means what kind of hair is it that you're buying. So what I'm wearing is actually a European hair. I love European hair. It's super natural. It's very lightweight, and it's a very thin denier of hair, meaning denier is the strands. And European hair is basically hard to beat. I mean, it's beautiful. It moves fantastic. It's essentially, you'll hear people say it's like air, because it is absolutely the lightest hair that you will get is going to be European hair. So this hair is beautiful. It moves great. There's lots of customizations you can also do with European hair, meaning what you want of the hair. So you can get virgin hair like this. So you can see it's incredibly just shiny. It's super soft and silky, and again, just very, very thin, and moves really well. So another type of hair is Mongolian. And actually, let me preface this by saying there is a lot of different hair textures that you can get, but the primary ones that I personally do are essentially Mongolian and European hair. So there are other textures that you'll see listed on different vendors' websites, things like Brazilian, that I won't get into in this video, but it's actually not Brazilian hair. So I'm not going to get into that, but essentially I will sell European, which is the very thinnest denier that you can get, and Mongolian, which is still a really nice quality of hair. It's going to hold curl a little bit better than a texture of European would, and there's other differences that I'll get into in a different video, but essentially I am letting you know that that's one of the first choices of what kind of hair do you want. So this in particular is a beautiful Mongolian piece. So it's a little bit thicker, still moves really, really well. Still very pretty. This one's colored, not virgin. But now I want to get into some other reasons and things that you might want to customize. So biggest one being is, how does your wig fit, and how picky are you with your fit? Do you tend to have issues with your measurements of stock pieces not fitting right on you? Is your ear to ear a little bit different? Do you have any kind of odd shape to your head that might make a wig not feel as good from just trying one on in somebody's store? Those are all reasons that you might want to do a customized order. And what is a custom, what's possible, right, with a custom order? So with a custom order, I'm essentially going to take your measurements, meaning you're going to take your circumference, we're going to take your front to back, we're going to take your ear to ear, and then we're going to take your nape and input basically all of those measurements and come up with a cap that is made just for you. So that's the number one really reason why you might want to do a customized cap. You're going to have probably the best fitting cap of your life because it really was made to your specific measurements rather than what are called stock measurements. And so stock measurements, again, not getting too far into it, but essentially there's typically extra small, medium, and large, and all of those sizes will vary just a little bit depending on the vendor, but they kind of fall into very standard ranges of what those mean. Another reason that you might want to do a customized cap is hair density. So hair density basically means how thick is the hair. So outside of the origins, which we just talked about, you might like a very voluminous hair, or you might like something that's very sleek and very thin on your head. So this one that I'm wearing is more of a medium light density. So this is something that I like. It kind of gives me a little bit of that like va-va-voom without like too much hair. I have a very small head. So for me, if I wear something that's like really a lot of hair, it like tends to look a little bit funny. So that is a major reason that you might want to do a custom order, is you can decide what's right for you. And so there's lots of different considerations. So you could say, I want a little bit thinner on top, I want fuller in the back, like everything can be changed. You could say, I want 110% throughout because I want really, really thin. You can say, I want 180 because I want to just look super glam. Totally anything is possible with that. So that's a major component of reason that you might like to do a customized. Now, the other thing that is going to be really important for customization is, what kind of cap do you want? So the first one being is the actual style. So do you like hand-tied or do you like wefted? So wefted, just to show you quickly, this is a wefted cap. So this is what's called closed wefted. These are typically going to be your most common wig. Most wig sellers are selling a wefted cap. You might see these as open wefted. This is a closed wefted, and all I sell are closed wefted. I could technically make a open wefted cap. I just personally am not a fan of them, so I don't stock them. So this is a wefted cap. Now, there's lots of different things that you can choose to do on this style of cap. You can have hair clips. So if you have bio hair, you can have these. We can remove them. You can do a liner like this one has, or just have a lace top. You can do an extended nape like this. You can do a shorter nape. You can have adjusters or no adjusters. You can add silicone. So the silicone on these would typically be around the ear tabs, and the nape would really be your options there. So this is a very standard type cap that you'll definitely see. This one has a lace front. So what is a lace front, you ask? It's essentially this piece of lace that goes at the front that gives you a very realistic hairline. So everything that I stock on my site is going to be a lace front. Now, if you have a reason that you don't want a lace front and you want to order one without, certainly I can do that. It's just that my stock pieces are always lace front because I think it looks the most natural. Next style is going to be hand-tied. So this is my personal favorite, is a hand-tied. They are so light. They are very comfy. So if you have any sensitivities on your scalp, hand-tied might be what you like. So there's lots of different variations, again, similar to a closed wefted of what we can do on a hand-tied cap. But essentially this one has a stretch mesh. So you can see here as I do this, it's got this nice stretch to it. So it makes it really kind of just mold to your head. You basically won't really feel this. This one in particular has a larger lace parting area. So this is a 6x6, so it's got extra room for if you like to do a really deep side part. This is the amount that you tend to like to have. Other styles. So you may hear partial hand-tied. So what's a partial hand-tied? Partial hand-tied is a little bit in between a wefted and a hand-tied. So essentially you have what's called a low wefting here. So this is basically right under the ears. You're gonna have this wefted part of the cap, and then the middle and the top are gonna be hand-tied. So you might wonder, like, well, why would I do that? Why wouldn't I just choose one or the other? This one, you get a little bit of the extra good movement that you get from a hand-tied, like right in the center portion of your hair. But then you get the kind of durability of a closed wefted, and a little bit more of the speed. So meaning a full hand-tied cap like this is gonna take a lot longer to make, because essentially a person is literally hand tying every single hair into this cap, where this is actually, this bottom portion is really used with a machine. And so a machine is helping, so it makes it a little bit more speedy to actually make the cap itself. So that might be a reason that you would like to do a partial hand tied as well. So, again, the movement is really good. You will, if you like turn this upside down, the potential for showing wefts is going to be down here at the bottom of the nape. So another style, this is another hand-tied cap that also has silicone added. So I'm a fan of adding some silicone if you don't have bio hair. It just gives, again, a little extra grip. So this is an example of adding silicone to the ear tabs and to the nape. So again, still has adjusters, still has this nice lace front and lace top, but then has a little extra grip for your ear tabs and your nape. Other changes that you can do with any of these caps is if you don't like to have ear tabs, you don't have to have ear tabs. You can remove them. The folks that don't want to have ear tabs tend to either already have bio hair, so you might be pulling hair out in the front and you're kind of more blending it. Or if you wear glasses, it makes it a little bit easier along. Instead of having an ear tab here, essentially it's going to kind of cut up a little bit more. So that's all customization. So you can choose what works best for you. Other customization is essentially more silicone. Why not? So for folks that, again, are either primarily, without hair, bio hair, this is another style of hand-tied cap. This one doesn't have any adjusters. This is all lace, and then it's got silicone here along the back, along the front, and then this is a double lace top as well. So this is another style that we can do. And then the last one I want to show you is another hand-tied. You can tell I'm a fan of hand-tied. This one is a mono top or monofilament top, and it's got this wonderful, very soft velvet on the ears and then the nape. So the nice thing here is, again, if you have sensitivity, very, very soft. It's still got that same very stretchy cap construction, but the top here is actually monofilament on this style in particular. So monofilament versus a lace top, monofilament is actually a little bit hardier than lace. So if you tend to be a little bit rough on your wigs, you might like a monofilament top. It is a little bit different acting as far as what you can do on bleach knots, things like that. Like, you're not going to be able to bleach your knots on a monofilament top. So just be aware of that. Like, if you get a wig, you want to have already done that kind of customization to it. It won't work if you try to get a dark wig on a monofilament top and you want to bleach it later. It won't be possible. You won't be able to do it. So that's just something to be aware of. But those are some of the basics of wig customization and why you may want to order a customized piece. So if you have any questions, I am more than happy to answer any from you. Or if you'd like to just get an order going, have additional questions on how to do that, please reach out to me, info@camiwigs.com. Take care.